Welcome, and let this story bring you warmth and calm tonight. Campanula and Snowdrop's Celebration. This story is about the heartwarming celebration of the Spring Bloom Festival, where Campanula and Snowdrop exchange gifts that symbolize their enduring friendship. In a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling river, lived a human girl named Campanula and a kind-hearted dwarf named Snowdrop. They were the best of friends, sharing both joys and sorrows as they navigated life's adventures. One fine spring morning, Campanula woke up to find the village buzzing with excitement. It was the day of the Spring Bloom Festival, a grand celebration where the entire village came together to welcome the new season with music, dance, and an array of beautiful flowers. King Snowdrop, with his keen sense of smell, had found the very first snowdrops blooming in the forest. He gathered them into a delicate bouquet and placed them in a tiny, hand-carved wooden vase he had profiting the ephemeral. This was his special gift for Campanula. Campanula, on the other hand, had woven a garland of vivid bluebells and emerald green leaves. She wore it like a crown on her golden hair and decided to give it to Snowdrop as a token of their friendship. The village square was adorned with colorful streamers and lanterns that fluttered in the gentle breeze. People gathered in traditional attire, filling the air with laughter and anticipation. The fragrance of freshly baked bread and pastries wafted through the air, mingling with the sweet scent of blossoms. Traditional dances began, with villagers spinning gracefully in their vibrant clothes, their movements mimicking the blossoming flowers of spring. Snowdrop and Campanula joined, their hearts light and their spirits high. After the dance, they exchanged their gifts. Snowdrop blushed as he handed Campanula the snowdrop bouquet. She gasped with joy, her eyes sparkling as she admired the delicate flowers. In return, she placed the garland on Snowdrop's head, who beamed with happiness. As the sun began to set, the celebration continued under the starry sky. A large bonfire crackled in the center of the square, its flames dancing and casting a warm glow. Stories of old legends were shared and songs of the ancestors were sung, resonating with the memory of time. Campanula and Snowdrop sat side by side, their hearts filled with contentment. Their friendship had bloomed like the flowers they adored, strong and beautiful. The Spring Bloom Festival was not just a celebration of the season, but also a celebration of their unbreakable bond. Together, they watched as the first star appeared, each twinkle a promise of more adventures to come, filling them with hope and wonder. They shared their story with the villagers, who began to appreciate the river's magic too. The village thrived, with everyone living in harmony with nature and each other. And so, Euphorbia and Campanula became legends in their village, reminding everyone that sometimes the greatest treasures are found in the simplest of moments, whispered by the gentle flow of a river. Let's move onward to the next story. Zinnia and Sapphira, a tale of unity. This story is about Zinnia and her friend Sakura the toad, who worked together with their village to overcome a drought by digging a canal, demonstrating the power of unity. Zinnia lived in a quaint little village nestled among rolling hills and crystal-clear streams. She was known for her kind heart and her unique ability to communicate with animals. Every evening, she would sit by the pond near her cottage, conversing with her many animal friends. One such friend was Sakura, a wise and gentle toad with striking emerald eyes and a calm demeanor. Sakura had lived in the pond for as long as Zinnia could remember, and they had formed a deep bond over the years. One spring, the village faced an unexpected drought. The streams dried up, and the pond's water level dropped drastically. The villagers were worried about their crops and animals, as water was becoming scarce. Inaho, then in flight of her village and her beloved friend Sakura, decided to seek a solution. She gathered the villagers and proposed a plan to work together to dig a canal from a distant river to their pond. The task was daunting, but Zinnia's neighboring spirit inspired everyone. They borrowed tools, worked through the nights, and motivated each other with songs and stories. Despite sore muscles and exhaustion, the villagers pressed on, driven by their collective hope and determination. Sakura, though small, contributed by scouting ahead, finding the best path for the canal, and warning the workers of any dangers. Her eyes and wisdom were invaluable to the effort. After weeks of laborious work, the canal was finally completed. The moment the first gush of river water flowed into the pond, a cheer erupted. Flowers seemed to bloom brighter, and the air felt fresher. The animals gathered around, and the village rejoiced in their unity and newfound water source. Zinnia and Sakura stood by the water's edge, their hearts swelling with pride and joy. The unity they fostered had not only saved their village but also taught them the power of coming together in times of need. The message of their story echoed throughout the village, reminding everyone that together they could overcome any adversity. Let's move gently into another comforting story. The friendship between Muck and Orchid. This story is about the heartwarming friendship between a young man named Muck and a celestial being named Orchid, who together bridge their worlds, creating a bond that transcends differences. In a quaint village nestled between majestic mountains and lush green forests, there lived a kind-hearted young man named Muck. One night, as the stars shimmered brightly in the indigo sky, Muck decided to take a walk along the quiet paths that wove through the dense trees. It was on this serene night that he encountered Orchid, a beautiful celestial being with iridescent wings and a gentle presence. Orchid had come down to the earth, curious about the human world and seeking to make new friends. The Muck, equally fascinated, greeted Orchid with a warm smile and introduced himself. The two quickly bonded over their shared curiosity and sense of wonder about each other's worlds. As they walked together, Orchid used her magical wings to create dazzling light shows, painting the night with brilliant colors. Muck, in turn, shared stories of his village, the people, and the simple joys of human life. Through their conversations, Muck realized that despite their differences, they had much in common. They both valued kindness, friendship, and the beauty of their respective worlds. As the days turned into weeks, their friendship grew stronger. Orchid introduced Muck to celestial music, enchanting melodies of the cosmos played on instruments made of stardust. Every night, they would meet at the same spot, where Muck would bring homemade treats and Orchid would bring stardust trinkets. Together, they laughed, shared their dreams, and faced their fears. One evening, Muck confided in Orchid about his biggest dream to build a bridge connecting his village to the remote valley on the other side of the forest. Orchid, moved by his ambition, and with an understanding of the importance of bridges both physical and metaphorical, offered to help. Using her magical abilities, Orchid summoned the stars to form a luminous pathway in the sky, guiding Muck and the villagers to the other side. With the celestial bridge in place, the villagers were able to connect with distant communities, fostering new friendships and alliances. Thus village flourished, becoming a place of unity and joy. On the night the bridge was completed, the village celebrated with a grand feast under the stars. Everyone thanked for her help and marveled at the magical bridge. From that day forward, Muck and Orchid continued to nurture their friendship. Muck would visit Orchid in the celestial realm, marveling at the wonders of her world, while Orchid often came down to share in the simple delights of human life. The bond between Muck and Orchid became legendary, a testament to the power of friendship and the beauty of bridging different worlds. Mahanar taught everyone that true friendship knows no boundaries and that empathy and cooperation can create a harmonious existence. Hypo. It was a friendship that transcended the stars and rooted itself deeply in both their hearts, forever illuminating their lives with warmth and magic. The next story is ready to carry you further. Bluebell and the Whimsical. This story is about Bluebell, a kind-hearted girl, and Poppy, a wise old owl, who nurture their forest and restore its beauty after a great storm. Once upon a time in a quaint village bordered by lush forests, there lived a young girl named Bluebell. Bluebell had bright blue eyes that twinkled like the night sky, and she possessed a heart kind enough to outshine the sun. Every morning, Bluebell would explore the woods, collecting wild flowers and listening to the rustling leaves that whispered secrets of the forest. One sunny afternoon, while venturing deeper into the woods than ever before, she stumbled upon a majestic oak tree unlike any other. Perched gracefully on one of its sturdy branches was an old owl, with feathers as white as freshly fallen snow and eyes full of wisdom. The owl's name was Poppy, and he was known throughout the forest as the wise old owl. Bluebell's eyes widened in awe as she gazed at Poppy. Bluebell gently curtsied and introduced herself. "Hello, I'm Bluebell. I've never seen an owl as grand as you before." Poppy bowed his head slightly in acknowledgement and replied, "Greetings, young one. I am Poppy. What brings you so deep into the forest?" Bluebell explained her love for nature and her desire to learn more about the creatures that inhabited the woods. Poppy, seeing the curiosity in her eyes, decided to share his wisdom with her. "I will teach you about the forest," Poppy said. "But you must promise to nurture it as it nurtures you." Bluebell eagerly agreed, and so began her lessons with the wise old owl. Each day, Bluebell returned to the oak tree to hear Poppy's teachings. He taught her about the interconnectedness of all living things, the importance of each insect and plant, and the ways to care for the environment. Poppy demonstrated how the trees communicated through their roots and how the birds sang songs to warn of approaching danger. Bluebell absorbed every lesson like a sponge, her heart swelling with respect and love for the forest. One day, a great storm swept through the village and the woods. Headstrong winds uprooted trees and torrential rains caused rivers to overflow. Bluebell, worried for her forest friends, rushed to the oak tree where Poppy lived. Poppy, although old and wise, struggled to stay perched on his branch in the fierce wind. Without hesitation, Bluebell climbed the trunk of the tree and shielded Poppy with her cloak, holding on tightly to the branches. The storm raged on through the night. When dawn finally broke, the storm had passed, and the forest was eerily quiet. Bluebell and Poppy looked round at the devastation. Many trees were damaged, and the ground was littered with broken branches. Bluebell's heart ached seeing the forest in such a state. "What can we do to help the forest heal?" Bluebell asked Poppy. Poppy, seeing the determination in Bluebell's eyes, told her, "We will rebuild. We will plant new seeds for the trees and care for the wounded animals. The forest has taken care of us, and now it's our turn to take care of it." Bluebell nodded and immediately got to work. She rallied the villagers, explaining the importance of nurturing the forest. Together, they planted saplings, cleared debris, and created shelters for the animals. Bluebell and Poppy worked tireless hours, nurturing the forest back to health. With time, the trees grew strong again, flowers bloomed, and the animals returned. The once devastated forest became even more vibrant than before, a testament to the bond of nurturing between Bluebell, Poppy, and the villagers. The wisdom of Poppy and the unwavering dedication of Bluebell had restored the heart of the forest. From that day on, Bluebell and Poppy continued to protect the forest, teaching others the importance of nurture and care. The village thrived in harmony with nature, and the bond between the forest and its inhabitants grew ever stronger. And so, Bluebell and Poppy lived happily, knowing their love and care had made a difference. Thank you for listening. Sleep peacefully.